I could not have written Ready Player One if I had not grown up on a steady diet of Steven Spielberg movies. It would have been a different story, or I might not have written it at all. His work is woven into the fabric of my life. Everybody, I think, who dreams of making movies dreams of getting to work with him. It's a dream come true.
We know that a third of our crashes happen at night, so we're looking for bright ideas to change that, and here's a great one, this glow road technology that will really see line markings absorb energy during the day and keep drivers safer at night. We're very hopeful that this might have implications around the state, particularly in regional areas. We know we need to keep drivers safer there, and this is a great idea. We've been testing it in the centre of the state, but now we're keen to roll it out statewide. One of the first places we'll try this is Bulli Pass. We've seen a rise there in near misses recently, and we're keen to trial this technology. There's some sharp corners there, some places where drivers have had trouble. That's why we'll apply this technology in Bulli Pass. If it works there, then we're hopeful about rolling it out elsewhere.
I believe that it is genuinely a mischaracterization to speak of one sun rock, right? At any given time, there was a whole bunch more.
To show how ancient Egypt and its religions permeates the Old and the New Testament, here are some examples.
During the rule of the Egyptian pharaoh Akhenaten came an important religious change. Pharaoh Akhenaten was a very important pharaoh. He single-handedly changed the worship in Egypt from the worship of many gods to the worship of just one god in particular, and to the exclusion of all other gods. The name of this god was Re. Pharaoh Akhenaten established that from now on there is only one god, the sun.
Sun Ra, the virtuoso, teacher, band leader, the poet, the cosmologist, historian, the Egyptologist, community leader, the patriarch, the mother.
I am Adora, He-Man's twin sister and defender of the Crystal Castle. This is Spirit, my beloved steed. Fabulous secrets were revealed to me the day I held aloft my sword and said, "For the honor of Grayskull!" I am She-Ra!
And his full name was Amen Re, spelled A-M-E-N-R-A. The pharaoh said that when you pray to God, you must pray through the Son of God. Amen Re.
So, Abby, fresh off the plane, I hear.
2 weeks, actually.
Cheers. Welcome to Japan.
Ethan?
The rent's paid up for the next 6 months. You can stay. It's all right with me.
For Abby,
What should I do? What should I do?
what seemed like the bitter end
I thought I was so brave coming to Tokyo, but Ethan left me.
was the beginning
Ramen.
of a new journey.
I want to cook ramen. I want to make people happy the way you do.
明日の5時の5時。
Hi. I will clean for you. I'll clean the windows, the pots, the floors. I'm training to become a ramen chef.
俺は先生だぞ。てめえは弟子だぞ、この野郎。
I think I know. Let me try. Ow! I did everything I saw you do.
魂がない。
スープ長さ入れてみっことだ。
There's something about the Japanese and making the perfect bowl of soup. It's kind of beautiful.
You, my successor.
I'd be honored.
Flammas eius, Lucifer matutinus inveniat. Ive in quam Lucifer qui nescito casum.
Because he represented God. And at the end of the prayer, in the ancient temples of Egypt, they would say, Amen.
Only a few others share this secret.
And that's just scratching the surface.
He was pretty fearless. And it would take a lot as a black man to do all the things he did with so much sovereignty, with no examples of anyone like him in existence at all.
I think of Sun Ra as one of the great visionaries of the 20th century. He's someone who made his life into a work of art. Every moment of his life feels like a performance and a provocation and a prophetic statement. You think you know where things stand, you think you know what the issues are, and then someone comes in who changes the frame of reference entirely.
Sun Ra is a pioneer in Afrofuturism. He influenced mainstream cats, he influenced underground cats, everybody. His influence is just that vast.
What a proud, special, happy day this is in the history of Bass Pro Shop. Every person that's been a part of this project, they put their heart into this, and I just salute them, and I thank them all.
This truly is a dream come true. Welcome, everybody, to your new Bass Pro Shop.
All right, welcome to your Memphis Bass Pro Shop, Outdoor World.
Good music is gonna find good people. I believe that in my heart and soul.
Sam Phillips. We gonna make us some records.
Whoa. Tell you what, give me something I ain't never heard.
You women have heard of the love, but you've heard the noise they make. Well, let me.
That's our hit. I dream of making music like that someday.
Man, look at them pound them keys.
Who are you?
I'm Cash. I heard that y'all had a band.
If Jack was alive, he'd be living any place but here. He'd still be living if you'd been with him.
I'm from the Fuller Brush Company.
You certainly are a hard worker.
Mr. Phillips, am I gonna get on the records for real?
You were born to be a singer.
Think about what it'd look like with your first hit on it.
Elvis, you got the #1 record in Memphis.
Mr. Phillips can't pull the strings to get Elvis on television. I can't.
Just because you signed some contract for me don't mean you can tell me what to do.
This was a nightmare.
This is what I do. This is what I have
to do.
Now listen to me, baby. Try to understand. I'd rather see you dead, little girl, than to be with another man now, baby. Hey, stop!
That is where we are going to hang our first hit record.
Sun Records premieres Thursday, February 23rd at 10, 9 Central, right after Nashville on CMT.
What do you want me to say? That I knew we were poisoning people, but we didn't want to stop because we were making too much money? Is that what you want me to say?
Madam Curie, is radium a cure for all cancer? Radium is a cure for all cancer.
Try as I might, I could not remember their faces. I never saw their faces.
Calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious
What's this? What's this?
What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour!
So radium was the element that was discovered by Madame Curie, and its chemistry is very similar to that of barium, except that it is radioactive.
On the 20th of April 1902, after years of hard work, Marie and Pierre Curie successfully isolated a brand new element, radium. It was thought at the time that this new material might have all kinds of beneficial properties, and so radium was swiftly incorporated into a huge range of products, everything from makeup to ceramics to health tonics and jewellery. What wasn't understood at this time was that radium was, in fact, quite deadly. The popularity of radium shortly after its discovery cannot be overstated. Radiation was something that wasn't well understood at the time, but which had positive associations. It was understood that radiation could be used to kill cancerous cells, but the damaging effects it had on healthy cells weren't fully appreciated. Added to this was the fact that radium glowed, a visible effect that was quite extraordinary at the time, and which led many to believe that it must surely have some almost magical health-giving properties. Picking up on this, quack doctors were quick to promote radium as invigorating and curative. With this incorrect belief firmly entrenched, radium was soon included in everything. You could buy chocolate and other snacks laced with radium, or purchase a radium-coated crock in which to store your drinking water. Radium was added to makeup, to skincare products, to toothpaste and other toiletries. It was available to buy in the form of radium plasters, radium ointment, radium syrup, and even radium suppositories. medicines that were touted as treating every ailment imaginable. You could even visit radium spas, where you would be exposed to the material in radium-infused baths and saunas. As the world descended into World War I, another use for radium came to the forefront. When infused into paint, it would make that paint glow in the dark. This made it an ideal material for coating watch faces, control panels, and instrument dials. Radium provided much-needed illumination for soldiers in the field, without them having to rely on lamps or other bulky equipment. From 1917, the demand for radium-coated dials skyrocketed, which was good news for the United States Radium Corporation. The company had been in the business of extracting and processing uranium for a few years. Now it expanded to mixing and applying radium-infused paint, a substance which they called undark. With the war effort requiring an extraordinary number of luminous dials, business boomed. Within a year there were facilities in several states, including a plant in Orange, New Jersey, which specialized in the painting of dials. Many local women were pleased to secure a job at this facility.
The year 1922. The place, Egypt's remote Valley of the Kings. An unknown archaeologist named Howard Carter has discovered the tomb of the child pharaoh Tutankhamun. As he chips a hole through the end of the passageway, Howard Carter is asked, "Do you see anything?" "Yes," he replies, "wonderful things." If only he had lived to see this. Luxor, Las Vegas, the world's only pyramid-shaped hotel, casino, and entertainment complex, and a discovery not unlike the one Carter explored in 1922. Only this discovery you must explore yourself. Within Luxor, you can voyage back 3,000 years on the River Nile, past elaborate murals illustrating the rich history of the ancient Egyptian Empire, and look upon the seated Ramses of Abu Simbel. Much the way Howard Carter looked upon the elaborate and beautiful treasures in King Tut's tomb. There he found 4 rooms carved from solid rock: the antechamber, the annex, the burial chamber, and the treasury. It seemed as if the wealth of a nation was buried with its king, for everywhere he looked, he saw the glint of gold. There are mountains of treasure within Luxor's immense subterranean casino as well. Here you'll find everything from slot and video machines to gaming tables, a poker room, a keno lounge, and a race and sports book. And with a gold chamber card membership, you can earn bonus treasure as well. With treasure comes adventure, and you'll find plenty at Luxor's trilogy of cutting-edge special effects attractions. In Search of the Obelisk, a wild chase through a mysterious underground pyramid. Luxor Live, an out-of-this-world talk show where you will behold a fabulous 3D solar eclipse. And The Theater of Time, a magical glimpse into 3 alternative visions of the future. For the latest in virtual reality toys, make a special trip to Virtual Land. Just look for the neon lights at the entrance.
It was considered good work. It was well paid, the conditions were fairly pleasant compared to other jobs, and it was skilled and respectable work. On top of all that, of course, it was perceived as not being overly dangerous, certainly when compared to working in a munitions factory. All things considered, it was no surprise that many local people were employed as dial painters. The typical work of a dial painter was simple but painstaking. They would be supplied with radium paint and freshly stamped dials, and had to use paintbrushes to strategically apply radium to the parts of the dial which needed to glow. Precision was required, and so workers were instructed to lick the tips of their brushes in between each application in order to bring the bristles to a fine point. In addition to this, workers were under the impression that working with radium was a perk of the job. The stuff was considered, by the general public at least, to be health-giving rather than dangerous, and indeed, some people paid a lot of money to visit radium spas or purchase radium-infused products.
Are you tired of not feeling well? Take the cure and take back your life. Side effects include sneezing, dry eyes, drowsiness, weight loss, nausea, skin eruptions, anxiety, severe hallucinations, unconsciousness, stroke, insanity. Take the cure.
The workers at the United States Radium Corporation had access to the stuff for free, and so they used it, painting their teeth and nails to give them a pleasant glow before heading out to dances in the evenings. Years passed. Hundreds of thousands of dials were painted and shipped out. The war ground on, and eventually came to an end, much to the relief of the general population. But all was not well for the ex-workers of the United States Radium Corporation. Slowly, one by one, dial painters were falling ill. As the 1910s became the 1920s, hundreds of women who had worked as dial painters over the last few years started noticing pain in their teeth and jaws. Many were having to visit their dentists on a regular basis, and were losing teeth with each and every visit. They were constantly exhausted and in pain, and in some cases it was found that their jawbones were riddled with holes, reduced to a brittle, hollow honeycomb. When 22-year-old Molly McGeer passed away after years of pain in her jaw and teeth, her condition was written off as syphilis. The complaints of many other women were glossed over with the same explanation, despite symptoms that pointed to something quite different and more sinister. It was 1925 before any of the workers came to understand the devastating effect that the radium had had on their bodies. Grace Fryer had once been a dial painter. Now her body was quite literally falling apart. The bones of her spine crumbled and required a metal brace. Tumours and abscesses sprouted in her jaw, and she was in constant pain. The radium she had ingested while working had riddled her with cancer and weakened her bones. It would soon end her life. Furious, Grace and 4 of her colleagues moved to sue their ex-employer. For 2 years, however, no lawyer would take them seriously, despite their steadily worsening conditions. It was 1928 before the suit was finally filed. By this time, the demand for radium was on the decline, as people woke up to the dangers of radiation. Sales of radium-infused products fell still further when newspapers around the world printed details of Grace's story. The United States Radium Corporation did everything it could to avoid responsibility, including using a range of delaying tactics to draw out the suit in the hope that Grace and her colleagues would die before it could be resolved. At the same time, they quietly issued workers with protective equipment and advised against the practice of licking brushes to point them. It was the very definition of too little, too late.
responsibility for the alleged theft. However, officials now attribute this incident to a simple clerical error. The FBI...
Hello, anybody home? Einstein, come here, boy. What's going on? Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. That is disgusting. What the hell is it?
In the oceans, thousands of bioluminescent marine organisms emit a blue glow onto the night shore as the waves rise and fall. Fireflies flash in the air, producing their own glow. This bioluminescence is necessary for animals to find mates and to protect their species from predators, but it also has the potential to improve current medical practices and even turn people into human glow sticks. By processing magnetic nanoparticles to include the enzymes that produce bioluminescence, we can use the natural light to track the progress of diseased cells throughout the body. In organisms like fireflies and single-celled dinoflagellates in the ocean, bioluminescence is triggered by movement caused by the environment. This agitation deforms the cell membrane and leads to a flow of protons that brings luciferase, an enzyme, in contact with luciferin, a compound. Because the proton flow decreases the pH, luciferase oxidizes the luciferin, and photons are released in a flash of light. In fireflies, adenosine triphosphate in either magnesium or calcium must also be present for light to be produced. Current medical imaging for cancer and other diseases often requires the use of radiology methods such as CT scans, X-rays, and nuclear imaging. Because these techniques can expose patients to large doses of radiation in short amounts of time, there is often a risk of cell growth or even DNA being damaged inside the body. Luciferase, the main chemical responsible for the light produced in some bioluminescent organisms, can likely help provide a safer alternative to these traditional imaging methods. Rather than using an external source for imaging, luciferase nanoparticles are being researched to be placed in vivo or inside animals to track changes in cell growth with little internal harm. This would otherwise require a more invasive procedure. In the future, this process will ideally be used inside patients' bodies for application in the medical imaging field.
Luciferase-based bioimaging is currently being used in medical research studies to monitor gene expression, infection, tumor growth, transplantation, and gene therapy. The imaging method generally involves tagging cells of interest with particles containing the luciferase protein. These cells are injected into an animal specimen and allowed to propagate, and the luciferin substrate is injected soon after. The luciferin activates the luciferase, and the emitted light can be seen with the highly sensitive charge-coupled device camera, otherwise known as the CCD. The device measures the photoluminescent signal in photons and overlays the data onto an image. The injection of luciferin and the subsequent imaging processes can be repeated to track the position of the cells over time. To produce the structures that hold and transport the luciferase enzyme used for bioluminescence, iron oxide magnetic nanoparticles, or MNPs, must be synthesized first. To create the MNPs, a solution of ferric and ferrous ions is combined with a base, usually hydroxide. Magnetite then precipitates from this solution. Polymers or organic molecules such as citric acid are also added to prevent excess products from gathering on the surface of the MNPs. The coated MNPs are 40 to 119 nanometer spheres with superparamagnetic behavior, which allows an outside magnetic imaging source to track cells and control the particles. Once the iron oxide MMPs are made, they are incubated with the luciferase enzyme and added onto the organic molecule surface of the MMP. The iron oxide core of the MMP is 17 nanometers in diameter. This small size lends to the particle's superparamagnetic behavior. The core has a cubic spinel structure, with the oxygen atoms arranged in an FCC lattice. The next layer of the particle consists of a substance that stabilizes the molecule. As a result of this coating, the MMPs are more spherical and don't aggregate, which is important for their individual use in binding to cells. The outermost layer of the MMP is the luciferase protein, which binds to the two remaining carboxyl groups on the organic molecule layer. The luciferase acts as a targeting agent, and it can bind easily to mammalian cells because the surfaces of these cells have numerous receptors for the targeting agents. The resulting MMP has an overall diameter from 40 nanometers to 119 nanometers, depending on the type of luciferase and imaging conditions. The nanoscale is necessary for the particles to be able to bind to and track individual cells.
The processing and subsequent structure of the nanoparticles affects specific properties that are useful for medical tracking purposes. Because luciferase is light-emitting, particles can be readily detected and monitored inside the body to track specific cells. The wavelength of light emitted by the particles is around 500 to 600 nanometers, producing blue or green light. At these wavelengths, signals can penetrate tissue to clearly image internal organs. The light is then able to be tracked using a charge-coupled device camera to monitor changes over time. Furthermore, the superparamagnetic property of nanoparticles can allow targeted cells to be manipulated by external magnetic fields, which is similar to some current gene therapy methods. The cells targeted by certain nanoparticles can then be neutralized to lose function or sorted and separated from healthy cells. This can help to address abnormal growth caused by diseases such as cancer. By combining age-old magnetic iron particles with modern bioluminescent applications, the field of bioimaging is taking on a new light. Currently, this technology has proven to be very successful in studies involving animals and is much less toxic when compared to traditional imaging methods. Potential concerns, however, are whether or not this in vivo imaging technique is just as powerful and accurate when compared to current methods, and whether the magnetic cell manipulation is as viable long-term as modern gene therapy techniques. These should be further investigated to determine the extent of the particles' effectiveness. Nevertheless, looking to the future, the potential for the use of luciferase-coated magnetic nanoparticles in human bodies is extremely promising. Who knows? We might even be able to glow in the dark someday.
Apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up. Charter City is stunned by the sudden rollout of Rook Unlimited's most fantastic device ever. The Smart Mark. Throw your other devices away, because the Smart Mark is more than just a phone. It's part of you. Use it as cash. Book your travel. Distribution points are all over the city. And don't let the lines discourage you. The Rook Unlimited Smart Mark is worth the wait.
I never realized how wonderful technology could make me feel. The Smart Mark has brought order to my life.
And the best part? It's absolutely free. A gift of thanks to our city from...
Number 8, we will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. For years, Congress has required biometric entry-exit visa tracking systems, but it has never been completed. The politicians are all talk, no action, never happens, never happens. Hillary Clinton, all talk. Unfortunately, when there is action, it's always the wrong decision. Do you ever notice? In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system. We're just days away from authorization from the FDA, and we're pushing them hard, at which point we will immediately begin mass distribution. Before Operation Warp Speed, the typical time frame for development and approval, as you know, could be infinity. And we were very, very happy that we were able to get things done at a level that nobody has ever seen before. We're very hopeful that the FDA will authorize the Pfizer vaccine within days. We've got to get it moving. And Moderna vaccine almost immediately thereafter. Large numbers of tests and samples have been done, so hopefully that'll go very quickly. If authorized, tens of millions of vaccine doses will be available this month, and we'll get it distributed very quickly. We'll have that all set, and hundreds of millions more will quickly follow. Every American who wants the vaccine will be able to get the vaccine, and we think by spring we're going to be in a position that nobody would have believed possible just a few months ago. You know, amazing, really amazing. Today we're on the verge of another American medical miracle, and that's what people are saying. People that aren't necessarily big fans of Donald Trump are saying, whether you like him or not, this is one of the greatest miracles in the history of modern day medicine or any other medicine, any other age of medicine.
So radium was the element that was discovered by Madame Curie, and its chemistry is very similar to that of barium.
Drugs, terrorists, violent criminals, and child traffickers trying to enter our country. But Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer care more about the radical left than keeping us safe. The consequences? Drug deaths, violent murder, gang violence. We must not allow it. Every country defends their borders. President Trump wants to defend ours. The Democrats must stop playing politics and support real border security now.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message. What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour! The thermal displacement occurred exactly 1:20 a.m. in 0 seconds!
Ah, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Doc, you disintegrated Einstein. Hey, is Zone here yet?
For the millionth time, no. I will budge you the second he gets here. Jeez, I've never seen you so excited. You're like a little girl the morning her brother gets out of jail for beating up a cop. Or Christmas morning.
Michael Faraday!
is like stepping back in time.
The past is prologue, Michael. Men like us have to keep looking to the future.
I've been going over this Millennium Project proposal. There's some great stuff in here. I do think you should tone down the Armageddon end of days rhetoric.
No need to worry, Michael. I have some good news. I'm the Messiah.
That's a good joke. That's great. You start with that and you keep them light.
No, Michael. I'm serious. The chosen one. The King of Kings. The Alpha and the Omega. You're looking at him.
Look, Owen, if this is some kind of joke, let me just say, good one. I get it. That's, ha.
I'm as shocked as you are, believe me. I'm as shocked as you are, believe me. This is a big responsibility. I mean, look at this.
Things to do. Banish Satan and the forces of evil. Build the New Jerusalem. Buy milk.
Milk. I keep forgetting to pick up milk.
Owen, you can't be serious.
Look, Michael, I know I'm supposed to be able to do this all by myself, being the Son of God and all. I know I'm supposed to be able to do this all by myself, being the Son of God and all, but I'm feeling a lot of pressure, so I was thinking, maybe you could help me.
Well, you want me to help you, banish Satan and establish God's kingdom on earth?
If you're not too busy.
So, I hear you've been out of the game for a while. Are you sure you're still as sharp as Mike says?
How long have you been dating your secretary?
About a week.
You like this, don't you? Yes, you do. Yeah. All right. That's about all, kiddo. There you go. There you are. You just stay right there, Rags, all right?
Poor Rags. Good dog.
He's alive. It's a miracle.
I'm the Messiah. I'm serious. The chosen one. The King of Kings. The Alpha and the Omega. You're looking at him. my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Somebody said to me the other day, "You're the most famous person in the world by far." I said, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." They said, "Yes, you are." I said, "No." They said, "Who's more famous?" I said, "Jesus Christ." I'm not taking any chances. I'm not going to have an argument. Hey, I'm not having any arguments. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to take any chances. I'll give it, I guarantee. I am the chosen one. Remember, we took care of a lot of people, including, I guess, on December 21st, we took care of Joe Biden because he got his shot. He got his vaccine. He forgot. It shows you how unpainful that vaccine shot is. So everybody go get your shot.
It works incredibly well, 95%, maybe even more than that. It works incredibly well, and I would recommend it to a lot of people that don't want to get it, and a lot of those people voted for me, frankly. But, again, we have our freedoms, and we have to live by that, and I agree with that also. But it's a great vaccine, it's a safe vaccine, and it's something that works.
I recommend you take it, but I also believe in your freedoms 100%.
When you have the vaccine, people that do, and it's a very small number relatively, but people that do get it get better much quicker. And it's a very important thing to know. They don't get nearly as sick, and they get better. Lindsey Graham's an example. He said, if I didn't have this vaccine, I would have died.
Under the Milky Way tonight.
28 days.
Wish I knew what you were
6 hours. 42 minutes. 12 seconds. That is when the world will end.
But I want to be a president of the United States to make sure that we never again do business. We never again. I went down there and talked to the president of Panama
6
about giving up their money.
42 minutes. 12 seconds. That is when the world
Basic principles of time travel are there. You got your vessel and your portal. The vessel can be just about anything, most likely a spacecraft.
Like a DeLorean.
Aircraft.
I love that movie, the way they shot it. It's so,
6
like futuristic.
42 minutes. 12 seconds. That is when the world will end.
But I want to be a president of the United States to make sure that we never again do business. We never again country. I went down there and talked to the president of Panama about cleaning up their money laundering. It leads you here, despite your destination, under the Milky Way tonight.
6 hours.
Wish I knew what you
42 minutes. 12 seconds.
And you know what? I believe totally in your freedoms. I do. Bree, you got to do what you have to do. But I recommend take the vaccines. I did it. It's good. Take the vaccines. But no, that's okay. That's all right. You got your freedoms. But I happen to take the vaccine.
The vaccines do work, and they are effective. And here is my thing. I think I saved I saved millions and millions of lives throughout the world. We could have had another Spanish flu. We could have had, in 1917, close to 100 million people died, they say. But it was really bad. And now other countries are using our vaccines and, tremendous. They're tremendously successful.
Wish I
shot it. It's so, like futuristic, you know?
Might have known what you would find. And it's something quite peculiar.
6 hours, 42 minutes,
Something shimmering
12 seconds. That is when the world
It leads you here, despite your destination. Under the Milky Way tonight.
6
Basic principles of time travel are there. You got your vessel and your portal. The vessel can be just about anything, most likely a spacecraft.
Like it a lot.
No craft.
You know, I love that movie, the way they shot it. It's so, like futuristic, you know?
6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. That is when the world will end.
And it's something quite peculiar.
28 days,
Something shimmering and
6 hours, 42 minutes,
it leads you here,
12 seconds.
despite your
That
destination.
is when the world will end.
Milky Way tonight.
In Europe and around the world, there's a new car everyone's out to catch. The 88 Corona. With twin cam, 16-valve performance, it brings a new level of power to luxury. The new 88 Corona, the car everyone's out to catch.
Playing right into their hands when you sort of like, oh, the vaccine. If you don't want to take it, you shouldn't be forced to take it. No mandates, but take credit because we saved tens of millions of lives. Take credit. Don't let them take that away from you.
Okay, so the president made news.
Do you agree with that? Right?
Both the president and I are vaxxed, and did you get the booster?
Yes.
I got it too. Okay, so
don't.
And he was making music for the future.
Sun Ra thought that if he could reorder our way of thinking through sound, he could prepare us for a different world. That was his goal, right? A different world.
The Oasis being the ultimate toy box with all the toys in the world, and then playing that with one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. It results in just amazing action and such a fun adventure.
Ernest Cline is such a visionary, and I think has seen the future before any of us possibly could even imagine it.